Hello, this is the Radio Geek, and this is a follow-up to my previous video about the rechargeable batteries being in a rechargeable cordless phone pack. You open them up and it's got AA cells essentially inside. The only difference is, as you recall, is the positive end doesn't have the nub. There's nubless here. So you can have issues with it making contact inside of a battery compartment. Usually a battery compartment has just a flat plate here that the nub would make contact with, and then there'll be like a plastic carrier for the battery will end right here, and the edge of it will hit like right here, and the little nub will stick out far enough to reach in there and get the plate. But if you don't have that nub on there, it's about, you know, that much too short. As you can see with this AA battery that has a little nub on the end, and these ones in that pack don't. So I had mentioned before about possibly getting some small neodymium magnets and putting them on there to make up the nub. And I found some on Amazon, and I'm sure you can get them on eBay, but you probably have to wait a bit longer. And the ones on Amazon you can get in a couple of days. But basically, you have the battery, and this is the positive end, and you put that magnet on there, and you kind of try to somewhat center it, and that looks pretty good, you know. And it works pretty good too. I've got the radio that I had last time that I just had them in there with that piece of paper clip, and I even put the nub on the other cell. Not that it needed to, because it still seemed to mate okay without it, but it was getting it in here that was the issue. So now I've got a magnet here and a magnet there, and it works just fine. It makes its own little nub, and you know, you can see the clock's running here, so it's getting juice. So that's kind of cool. So you might be wondering, well, what size are these batteries? Well, if you go on Amazon and you search for 5mm by 2mm magnet, you should be able to find them. That's what size they are. They're 5mm in diameter and 2mm thick, and they work just perfect. This was a pack of 60 of them for like $6, so they're like 10 cents a piece, but I figure I can use them for other things too. But this is kind of just a proof of concept, and see if I could find something that would work, that was readily available, and it turns out they are. So yeah, you just have to make sure you clean the take off as much of the welded little tab on there as you can to get it as smooth as you can, and then you should be able to just pop it on there and get your batteries, and you know, pop that one on there, and they seem to be fairly strong. They're not so strong as that you can't just pull them off, so that's kind of good. You won't get your fingers pinched that way. But anyway, just thought it'd be a little update and let you guys see what I found as far as magnets, and that they're available on Amazon. And if you run across some cheap battery packs for old cordless phones or other devices, and you open them up and they have these AA's in there without the nubs on them, you can get your own nubs. So until next time, this is the Radio Geek.